It is a deeply affecting sight. A family prepared to risk everything to make it to Europe. Children far too young to be doing something like this. A baby who'll never remember this night, if he or she makes it. We counted 17 people from one Afghan family, all to be squeezed into this dinghy. They're on Turkey's Aegean coast, about 12 kilometers from the Greek island of Kos. We're afraid of dying, of course, this woman says. Some died recently, but dying is much better than starving here. But there's a problem. Their outboard motor won't start. They begin packing up. The family tells us they're Shia Muslim Hazaras, a minority targeted by Afghanistan's Taliban. They've tried making a life in Turkey for the last 3 years, they say. But, apart from Syrians, Turkey does not accept refugees. There is no way for them to settle legally here.
Even if I am in the USA or England or elsewhere, I will go back to Afghanistan if there is no war. I promise you. I love my country too much. My daughter is a student and I cannot even pay her bus fare or give her pocket money. In Europe, they know about humanity. They'll help us. So we'll try again and again. If they catch us 100 times, we will try 100 times.
The family is desperate to leave and decides to try and fix the engine. They're making their own way to Kos to avoid being ripped off by smugglers. But the engine won't start. The Haidari family will sleep here tonight. Then, a few minutes' drive along the coast, we find another group. They're wet. Clearly the trip hasn't gone well, and they're frustrated to be back in Turkey. They're Syrians. They salvaged their life vests, but their boat is left to drift off. To see what these people go through to try and make it to Kos, well, it's impossible not to be moved, really. And you know that now that they've been forced to come back to Turkey because they didn't make it this time, they'll risk it again, they'll risk their lives again to try and make it to Europe. With dawn, we see another boat. It's packed and low in the water. Its passengers are paddling furiously. Some of them are bailing out water with shoes. Kos is in the distance. It seems tantalizingly close. Maybe these people will make it. But then the Turkish Coast Guard appears, and the refugees are taken on board. Their dreams of a new life in Europe are frustrated for now. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, on Turkey's Aegean coast.